The last time I think I used a registry cleaning tool was back, well, geez, I can hardly remember when, but it was either Windows 95 or Windows 98, but the registry cleaning tool was called regclean.exe. I know, so creative, but it was an unofficial utility released by Microsoft, and it never really caught on, largely because it wasn't perfect. And you know, the registry is this single index filled with information related to your hardware, software, Windows in general. And when programs run, they may leave little droppings here and there scattered throughout the system registry, the Windows registry. And to clean up those orphaned keys, you would use, well, allegedly, a registry cleaner if you didn't go in to the registry yourself and remove or edit the keys manually. The problem is if you remove the wrong key in the registry, and let's face it, there's a greater chance of you removing the wrong key or changing the wrong key or section part of the registry, the greater chance of that happening than, you know, changing the right part. So you got to know what you're doing. And relying on registry cleaners, yeah, not recommended. That I'm not going to stop you from doing it if you want to do it. However, caveat emptor, you can't just expect to run a utility and have it clean your registry. Usually it will work in the sense that it cleans up your registry, but that may leave you with the inability to boot into Windows again. So, if you're going to do it, my recommendation is don't. Or edit it manually if you happen to know what you're doing, and even then, only after you back up or save out that particular key that you're editing, that particular part that you're editing, that you're changing, so that you could restore it possibly if things go awry. If you're trying to get a faster system, cleaning your registry is not the way to get a faster system. If you want a faster system, get faster hardware. Software optimizing tools haven't optimized much past the days of Windows 95 and 98, when, you know, just one small tweak in the system.ini file would spell all the difference in the way that Windows cached data. XP certainly does a better job at the management of multiple processes, memory management, etc. And Vista, despite its various flaws, does multitask better than XP. Everything else about Vista, however, is in somewhat of a question. So, my professional opinion, because people keep asking about it, so I'll be able to link back to this video once it gets uploaded by Kat, is not to use a registry cleaner. And if you decide that you really must use a registry cleaner, then don't buy one off the street. At least ask first. And if you really want to spend the money, we may be able to find a coupon, even though our recommendation is don't do it. So now I know there are a handful of other people. They're in the channel right now. Kat and Lenny and 41s, and, well, I think Jen went to bed, but Steve, User Bing Geek, is also here. Kat, you know, what are your feelings on it? And then we can move down the line.
I absolutely hate registry cleaners, honestly. I've been helping people on computer help forums for almost 5 years now, and mostly with malware removal. In all that time, I've only had to ask somebody to completely reformat 3 times. All 3 times were because the user had run CCleaner or a similar program on their own and didn't know what they were doing, and they borked their registry to the point of it screwed their system up completely. There was no option other than reformat. And, you know, even on a brand new machine with a clean install, if you run a registry cleaner, it's going to flag something and claim it's bad. It finds that's the problem. Those programs find good things as well as bad. And a novice or regular computer user is not going to know the difference.
Wireless Packet or User Bing Geek, do you have anything to throw in?
I would not even mess with registry cleaners whatsoever. Just, you know, if you have any questions, go to sites like Geeks to Go and talk to the professionals over there, and just, you know, don't even do it.
Exactly. And, you know, Chris touched on it a little bit. If you're going to work on anything in your registry, even if you think you're going to manually go in and remove one bad or orphan key, back it up first. Always do the backup. Take the extra few minutes, export the registry, do the backup. You will regret it if you don't.
It was a very...
I would stay away from them completely, as everyone else said, and, you know, I think it's better to have your system, always have your system backed up, but, you know, do a reinstall every 3 to 6 months, because, you know, the registry is always going to get corrupt and full of junk, and slow yourself down, so it's best just to start over and reinstall everything, at least every 3 to 6 months.
If given the choice, some downloads will let you save to an INI file, a local file. I always go that route for a lot of reasons. One, it doesn't touch the registry. It just saves it out to a simple text file that could be viewed, you know, in Notepad. And most importantly, when I move from one system to the other, I can simply copy that folder or directory over to a second machine and have all my settings with me. I know Microsoft created the registry for, you know, one reason or another, but yeah, I'm going to go with local files for the win. That's just me, because you can still wreak havoc by deleting the wrong file, but I've known far too many people, you know, messing up their registry because they trusted these utilities, and quite honestly, you know, as Kat put it, you know, you may be wiping out a good key as much as a bad key, and you know, your Windows will never be the same. You'll wind up having to reinstall Windows to make it go faster anyway. So anyway, that's just our opinions as people who deal with this kind of stuff on a daily basis, whether it's in the chat room, whether it's in the forums. We have been doing it for a long time. The first time I remember looking at the registry was in Windows 3.1. It was 3.11, one of the two. In fact, I know the difference between the two was, well, small as far as I was concerned. But it's been around for a long time, as have a few of us weathered geeks. No matter. If you've got any other feedback to pass along, my email address is chris@perillo.com. Of course, you're also free to follow up to the video or post a note about you know, your feelings about registry cleaning. And I know Fort in the chat, I saw it earlier, said that the best way to clean a registry is with soap and water or something along those lines. He's just about right. It's about as healthy for your hard drive or an installation of Windows to go that route. Hot water. I thought you said not water for a second there. Anyway, you can typically find us talking